Hi, beautiful Oilers. How excited are you guys about the brand new Class in a Box? I can't even deal. Here it is. And I wanted to just go over with you really quickly what's inside and how you would utilize all of these things that are all in one spot for us. doTERRA has made, they hit it out of the park. They have made it so easy for us to share doTERRA by having this all in one spot. I'm gonna go through each thing, but this is such an answer to anybody who's looking around for what do I need in order to sit down with somebody, whether that's a coffee chat or an online class, or you're sitting down and doing this in your living room, okay? I keep pointing to my living room because I'm sitting in mine. But here's what's in the box. I'm not gonna go through the actual presentation. That's a different video that I do right after this. And the video right before this is about inviting effectively, contacting people effectively, and sampling people effectively. What do you put in the little drams? How many drops do you put in? So make sure you watch those videos too. This one's specifically going to talk about the box itself and how you use it and what's inside, all right? So the first thing that's in our box is sample dram bottles. When we're sampling people, you're gonna put them in these cute little bottles. And everyone always asks when they start sharing doTERRA, where do I get them? Well, that you don't have to answer that anymore. You can get them at different places, but now they come in the Class in a Box. So here they are. And that's number one. You wanna give somebody an oil experience or an aha moment. The other thing that I think is super cool that is in this box is Deep Blue Rub. This is not for you to hoard to yourself, okay? I know that we all have aches and pains and muscle stuff and inflammation, but this is for you to share. I can't tell you how many people have told me that their aha moment was with Deep Blue, or their husband's aha moment, or their kid that plays sport, it's with Deep Blue. So don't hoard these. These are meant for people to have an oil experience. All right, next, what else is in the box? Well, when you have people at your home or you're doing this at a friend's home, they're hosting, what do people need? You don't have to do the PowerPoint presentation. That's great when we're doing online, and you may want to check out the online version of our class in case maybe your besties live in another state. We can reach those people with our online presentations because we have classes every week. But if you want to do this in your home or someone else's home near you, then here's the flyer. You don't have to have a PowerPoint going on the TV. You just pass this out. People are focused on what you're teaching. You have your oils, and this is all they need. You don't need anything else because this is going to grab their attention and talk about the very basic oils and what to do with them. So that's awesome that that's all in one spot. Now, to get people to your class, there are some incentives in this box as well. There's 10 wild oranges in this box. I can't even get it out of there. But this, talk about economical. This entire box is 30 bucks with all of these things, and it comes with 10 wild oranges, and these are 5 mLs. You could utilize this in a couple different ways. One, you could say everyone that comes to your class gets a free oil. Well, that's this. Or you could make this an enrollment gift. If you enroll at the class, you get to take home this oil. And you guys can utilize that however you want to. Now, another thing to incentivize that's inside the box, you could use it however you want, but there's some keychains. Making oiling very easy for people, keeping it simple, keeping their oils top of mind and in hand. These keychains, you could use this a couple different ways. One, you could tell people it's a booking gift. When they book a class at your class, you can give them a keychain and at their class you fill it up. That's one way. Or maybe you've talked about loyalty rewards orders. And if they go on loyalty rewards for the next month, maybe they get this. Could be. But the fact that it's in here and it's easy, you guys can utilize it. There's 2 of them in here, so you could utilize that however you want. And there's bottles inside of that, all right? And there's also stickers. You want to be sure that you're always putting labels on the top so that people know what you're giving them. And when they enroll at your class, again, different presentation video, but something you need is the actual enrollment form. We don't go on the computer and enroll them on our phones or on our computer because that's not time, it's very time sensitive. So we use this contact form so that later, when your class is over, you can just put them all in at the same time. And look, it has the kits on here. How awesome is that, you guys? Okay, the other thing that's in there, home stretch, is the product guide. I'm trying to reach for it. Here's a product guide. Do you put this out at your class? I would not recommend doing that, because then what are you going to get? You're going to get people at your class like this. Okay? You do not want to teach two people with their nose in this book, because this is every product we make. That's overwhelming. You are only teaching essential oils made easy. Okay, this would be counterproductive. So have this handy for when you're enrolling people at the end of the class and closing them, so that maybe there's other products they do need to hear about. I'd also recommend you have a resource book handy, like Essential Life or Modern Essentials. Remember, we're not the experts. Those oil books are, those resources are. We are just the facilitator. All right, 2 other things. When we enroll people and get them hooked into the oily lifestyle, one of the things that we do afterwards is a wellness consult, which we talk about in a different video. But we do that with the Live Guide. And look at this. Your Class in a Box comes with Live Guides. How cool is that? So you could do your wellness consult right then and there, set it up right then and there, and then have it within the next week or 2. Okay? And then lastly, where is it? The Build Guide. No class would be complete unless you talked about the business at least for a few minutes, because I promise you, there's always 1 or 2 people or more that are sitting there listening to your class going, I could totally do what she just did. She read from a piece of paper and passed out some oils. And I promise someone else needs this in their life. They need oils as a solution, but they also need a financial solution. And we need to make sure that we are sharing with everyone that there's an opportunity involved. So here's the doTERRA difference. You can just go over that very quickly towards the end of your class. And I think what really made a difference for me is the income potential. These are the average incomes. And what sets us apart as a company. Doesn't have to be long. You can just tell them a couple minutes of your time, break this baby out. And I think it gives people an idea of how we're changing lives through these essential oils. So that's it for the box. I hope you guys get it. I hope you enjoy it, use it. I want to hear feedback, and then check out the other videos on the actual presentation and how to close a class. All right. So see you in the next one.